So, will a robot take your job? I mean, it is the question on literally everyone's mind, right? And the headlines, they can be pretty scary. But what if the whole story we're being told about AI in our careers is just wrong? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on what AI really means for the world of work. And I promise, it's way more empowering than you think. Let's get right into it. This is it. This is the big fear, isn't it? You see some new AI tool that can write or code or create amazing images, and that little voice in your head pipes up, uh-oh, am I about to be automated? And look, that is a completely normal, understandable fear, but it might just be based on a huge misunderstanding of what AI is actually good at. So let's get to the heart of it. We're going to reframe this entire conversation. Let's forget about fear, forget about replacement. Instead, let's talk about tools and tasks and the massive opportunity that's sitting right in front of all of us. You know, every time there's a huge technological leap, this exact same fear pops up. But if you look back at history, you'll see that technology doesn't just get rid of jobs, it reshapes them. The actual nature of our work evolves, and that is precisely what's happening right now with AI. Okay, now this is where things get really, really interesting. To actually get what AI's impact is, you have to realize that your job isn't just one big single thing. Nope, it's actually a collection of many, many different pieces. Let's start with a task. A task is just one specific individual action. Think about sorting a giant spreadsheet, or summarizing your notes from a long meeting, or even just drafting a standard, boring follow-up email. These things are often repetitive, they're predictable, and they follow a pretty clear set of rules. A job, on the other hand, well, that's the whole package. It's a bundle of hundreds of different tasks. And yeah, sure, some of those are repetitive, but a whole lot of them require creativity, strategic thinking, emotional intelligence, and solving messy problems. A job is the whole shebang. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. AI is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to structure tasks. Why? Because it's designed to find patterns in data. Give it an amount of information to sort and boom, it's done in seconds. But it really struggles with the stuff that's uniquely human, right? Making a tough ethical call, coming up with a truly original brand strategy, or motivating a teammate who's having a rough week. So if AI is this task-crushing machine, what does that make it in our day-to-day work? Honestly, the best way to think about it is as a powerful new assistant. Let me give you a few metaphors that really help. First, think of AI as the best intern you have ever had. It's unbelievably fast, it can handle all the tedious research and get those first drafts done, but it still needs you. It needs your direction, your supervision, and your final say. It does the grunt work so you can focus on the big picture. Or how about this one? AI is basically a calculator for knowledge work. Remember when calculators became a thing? They didn't replace accountants. They just made them faster and more accurate, which freed them up to focus on financial strategy instead of doing math by hand. AI is doing the exact same thing for a ton of other jobs. But this is my favorite. AI is your Copilot. It can monitor all the systems, handle routine communications, and juggle a dozen things at once. But you're still the pilot. You're the one setting the destination, making the critical calls when things get turbulent, and you are absolutely the one flying the plane. And hey, this isn't just a theory. We are seeing it in the real world right now. An AI can spot anomalies on a medical scan in a split second. That's the task. But it takes a human doctor to compassionately explain that diagnosis to a patient. That's the job. An AI can write a function, but it takes a human developer to design the whole system architecture. We have seen this exact pattern play out before. ATMs didn't get rid of bank tellers. Their jobs just shifted from counting cash to building customer relationships. Excel didn't eliminate accountants, it turned them into strategic advisors. Just like those tools, AI is changing the shape of our jobs, not whether they exist. So this brings us to the really crucial point. While AI automates all the predictable stuff, it actually makes our human skills more valuable than ever. This is where we have an unbeatable advantage. These right here, these are your superpowers in the age of AI. The ability to connect with another person, to solve messy, weird, unpredictable problems, to think strategically, and to lead with empathy. AI can't do this stuff because it's just trained on past data to find patterns. It can't truly understand context or invent something out of thin air or feel empathy. That's our domain. That's what we do best. So this is the big shift. Your value in the future isn't going to come from just doing the repetitive work anymore. It's going to come from being the human expert who guides the AI, who double-checks its output, and who applies its power with wisdom and strategy. You're becoming the director, not just the actor. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what can you actually do about it today? Let's get super practical with a simple, actionable plan to make yourself future-proof. It's really just a 3-step process. First, take a look at your own job. Make 2 lists. What parts are repetitive and what parts are strategic? Those repetitive tasks are probably where AI can help. Second, start playing with the tools. Don't be scared of them. And third, really double down on developing those irreplaceable human skills we talked about. Because here's the bottom line. The biggest threat you face isn't being replaced by an AI. It's falling behind because you chose not to learn and adapt. The real danger is just standing still while the world moves forward. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It is not going to be AI versus humans. It's going to be people who use AI versus people who don't. The power is completely in your hands to decide which group you want to be in. So let's go all the way back to that first question we asked. Turns out it was never the right one. The real question, the one that puts you back in the driver's seat, is this. How are you going to use this incredible new technology to become better, faster, and more valuable at what you already do? I really hope this explainer helped clear things up a bit. If you want more simple breakdowns on big topics just like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button.